Good day, everyone. I am Dr. Ogunbode Ezekiel Babatunde. I am an associate professor in the Department of Building, Federal University of Technology, MENA, School of Environmental Technology. My expertise is actually majored in structures and materials. Skilled labor in the Nigerian construction industry or any other construction industry has to do with laborers that are trained. Understand, there are individuals that are trained both in technicality and they are experts, you understand, in the field of construction. Example of skilled labor are welders, masons, you understand, and builders, or even civil engineers or quantity surveyors. They are just people that are trained, certified, and are schooled, you understand, in the activity of construction. Why unskilled labor example of unskilled labor are just the people, they have no formal training, you understand, about that expertise. You understand, they are just there to use energy, to use strength. Example of them are all these people we use in digging construction trenches and some inside, people that we use in carrying one load from one point to the other, and so these are the people we see as skilled labor. This is a very good question you just read. See, skilled labor, that's the reason why it's always encouraged. You understand that in the construction industry, skilled labor should be patronized. That's trained artisans, trained professionals should be patronized. One of the reasons is that they give you peace of mind. You understand? They make us to run away or avoid things that have to do with building failure, building collapse, which building failure, building collapse are things that endangers life. You understand? They make us to waste or to lose resources. And what I'm saying is that it leads to economic losses, and it leads even to legal liabilities and environmental impact, because we will have a lot of debris. If there are building collapse, there will be a lot of debris which has an devastating effect even on our environment. So this is how I could just in a small way define the effect of that. It's just to create avenues, to create platforms, you understand, for them to be schooled. However, Nigerian government, I'm aware that they have provided these platforms for all these our masons, electricians, welders, you understand, to be trained. There are different programs that have been organized in the country. You have heard of these during some years ago, we talked about this Shopee. They organized some program, and the last regime, and I think it's also still on now, there's something they do, you understand, to train artisans, you understand, to make them good, and they call it I think quality assessment program or so. You understand that they call it one name. You understand that they provide ground, you understand, for all these artisans to be trained over 6 months. I think the last regime, they were even paying them. When you enroll, you'll be paid, I think, 10,000 per month. And at the end of the training, you will be given PPE. That's the clothes you use when you're on site to make you to be protected. You'll be given headgear, leg boots, you understand? You'll be given nose mask. You'll be given a lot, and even the equipment. If you have learnt or been trained towards tiling, you'll be given all the equipment that have to do with tiling. If you are trained towards masonry, you'll be given equipment that towards masonry. And during that time, you'll be assessed. And there is the system of assessment there is not like this our own academic assessment. You understand? It's an assessment that encourages us to observe and to see that the skill is fan into flame in such a person. So this is actually encouraging, and it has helped many, you understand, to get themselves Building failure is just when a building is not satisfying its purpose. You understand?
Satisfying its purpose in
Yes.
what way?
Every structure is expected, you understand, to give safety, to give comfort, to give convenience. So when a structure or a building is not satisfying this purpose, you understand, when you are in a building and such a building, you understand, you know that you are not safe inside, then that building has failed. When you have a building and there is high cost of maintaining that structure, then you know that that building has failed. You understand? All the elements in that building, they are already wobbled, they are not doing well. You understand? Then that building is failed. Why building collapse? Building collapse is complete falling apart. You understand? Of building or of structures. When you have building crumbling, and that one is much more devastating. But take note, building failure leads to building collapse, and when there is building collapse, life, property are actually the receiving end, and you know that is devastating. The major causes of building failures are poor usage of standard materials, usage of quacks or untrained personnel. That's using unskilled labor in place of skilled labor. You understand? You go to many sites because many clients, you understand, they are looking for cheap labor. You understand? They will now be using someone that is not trained as a mason. You understand? Because he just said he can do it. He's have to do it. Someone that is not trained as an electrician. You understand? He's now putting, you understand, the electrical things together. You know what will be the aftermath. Or you're using someone that is not a trained plumber. You understand? To fix all your plumbing. Yes, when the building has come to usage, definitely you have a lot of mess. You understand? Within the structure. So when you have untrained labor, you understand, to handle, you understand, things in the building, definitely you're on the path of failure in the field. And that's what is actually happening in our environment today. And I want to also sound a point here. When an architect is doing the work of a builder, is a quack, because he's not trained for that trade. When a quantity surveyor is doing the work of an architect, saying that yes, he knows how to draw, you understand, he's a quack because he's not trained. That's why I started in the earlier time defining skilled labor. You understand? You are trained for that skill. You understand? You are schooled and you are finally tested and being certified for that purpose. Everyone must understand that it's important in the field. You understand? The truth is that there is no how you can accomplish the work without both parties working harmoniously. The skilled labor needs the skill. You understand? For example, when you are as a skilled labor, you want to lay your block. You need somebody to help you to mix. You need somebody to carry it for you. You need someone to drop it at the point where you need. You can't do all together. And that's why we must all understand that we are all important. And if we do that, then there will be no reason why someone is doing the job of the other person. Someone is doing the job of the other person. When an architect understands that, yes, a builder, you understand, is trained for this purpose and it's important there, he will let the builder do his work. You understand? A quantity surveyor will not be doing the work of an architect. He will let the architect do his work. Then an architect will allow the quantity surveyor to also do his work. When we allow each other, when we know the importance, you understand, of doing what you are trained for, you understand, then we will have an healthy construction industry. technology cannot be put away in this age. It has come and it has come to stay. Actually, in our own climb here, we have not actually embraced technology fully, you understand, in the construction, in the Nigerian construction industry. For example, outside even the one you mentioned, which is BIM, that's Building Information Modeling, we have the 3D printing. 3D printing, you understand, a whole complete structure will be built by a machine. You understand? There are places now that machine does the complete plastering, does the complete painting. It's just for you to program it, and with little assistance from human, then the work is being done. So whether we like it or not, technology has come and it has come to stay. Technology will reduce time. You understand? So issue of time wastage will be dropped. You understand? It will reduce too many labors. You understand? It will bring standard. It will bring quality. You understand? And it will bring control. Those are the things that technology will help us in doing, and that's what building information does. It integrates, you understand, all these elements, you understand, in the building together for us to have a whole building system. A whole building system where from just a control point, you understand, automation can be done, you understand, then the other elements in the building can be monitored, and we can get everything sorted together. I think the first place we should start from is we should return back to where we started from even as a country. I remember that there were these old artisans, old masons, old electricians. Then they will tell you that they have some standard, whatever, or some certification. You understand? So until our construction industry becomes standardized, then we cannot even be able to control the issue of skilled and unskilled. Standardization is very important. Control is very important. By our ministries, you understand? There should be enforcement. You understand? There should be monitoring. You cannot just go and, in fact, the control that I mean is, you cannot just be engaged without you showing that you are actually certified to do a particular. So if you have even been trained under a particular boss as an artisan, maybe as a mason or as a painter, if you have even been trained there, you are supposed to also go through some nitty-gritty certification through him. There are certificates that they offer there. There are technical schools, even presently in Niger State, there is. The MITI is there, which it helps. You understand? Outside you having the practical knowledge, you understand, there are some other knowledge. For example, now, you discover that a lot of our artisans, they can do it practically, but when you say, okay, give me an estimate, there will be issue. Management of the site, there are issues there. You understand? And at the end, you will see that they will mess up the whole site for you. And that's where the issue of knowledge, that's where the issue of education comes in. Education makes you to be whole. Education makes you to put every other skill that is in you at work. And that's why they define it as a skilled labor. The people that does not have that part of education, you understand, who are referred to as skill. So it's not until when you are a university graduate. Yes, as a university graduate of building, for example, you have been skilled. You understand? For that expertise, so you are skilled. You understand? But even the mason, if he has gone through training, you understand, and after the training he was tested and is certified, yes, he's also skilled.
So it's all about being certified for a particular.
But it's not what we use to look at certification in our own part of the world. That everybody is even, before you are certified, you understand, you should have been tested and see that you have acquired the knowledge and you can actually disseminate it, you can actually give it out. You understand? Then that's when you should be certified. I want to encourage that each state government bring up a policy where all skilled laborers, medicine, electricians, go through a formal training, even if it will be just 2 months or 3 months. Standard. They just hear of standard, but sometimes they cannot actually put it to be because they don't even understand the nitty-gritty of it. Sometimes you say do this on site because they don't understand the nitty-gritty of it. You understand? They will not want to agree with you. Today we use vegetable soil on site and we call it plaster sand. That soft sand you see there, they are vegetable soil, and those are part of the reason why we have defects in our buildings today. You understand? It's not supposed to be used. It's supposed to be used in your garden. Say vegetable soil. You understand? A sharp sand, you understand, should be sealed, you understand, to a particular size. Then that's when you can now take it as a. So with that, you will not be having those seeds, you understand, that grows after time in your walls that cause all those defects and those cracks. And sometimes you see that some of our buildings begin to bring up sparrowjara. Why? Because you packed vegetable sand, you use it for plastering. Those things, they are alive there. Over time, they will come to life and begin to live and begin to multiply, and you begin to see them, destroying or making your structure to have a defect. And before you see these failures we are talking about, will begin to be